Rock stars have been adored by the masses since the beginning of time, and many great names have came and went in the world of rock and roll, but one band has always and will always be the first name in rock. Known as the world's greatest band by their fans and their peers alike, Hardcore Sauce has revolutionized the world of rock music, and now, after over 3 decades in music, here's their story. Well, Hardcore Sauce as I knew it all started when Señor approached me in the 60s. I was doing small-time gigs at Bobo Jangle Jangle's Tavern, which is now a very famous tavern. He approached me with hopes of starting the next big thing.
I found Cory. He didn't have much going on in his life. Things were looking pretty bad for him. Really couldn't get much worse. I mean, it was bad. But he had some talent. I knew if I got his spirit up a little bit, got him back on the right track, he could do something with his life. Maybe.
And he promised me that joining this band would become a world phenomenon, and he would lower APR rates on all Visa brand credit cards. So needless to say, I joined, but at the time I was collaborating with a very talented musician now everyone knows as the Reverend.
I got the name Reverend because I'm a minister. I preach to the people while doing my songs. Sometimes I'd have some little faithful songs.
He was playing small shows also and delivering orations of praise to the masses.
Then I was approached from my acquaintance, Cory Jacobs, aka Daddy Longlegs. Pretty good friend, known him for a while, but I never knew that he would want to get a band started.
Señor agreed to take me, and with the one stipulation that Niles could come too. Times changed for Hardcore Sauce, and as the music industry and fans became more demanding, the band decided to take on new blood to help even out the workload. The first of the new additions was keyboard virtuoso Caleb Lynch in 1966. Referred by soon-to-be drummer Cody Perez-Miyamoto, he was added to the band a mere hour into auditions after he played the entire screenplay of Pulp Fiction on the piano.
When I was in Japan, I first met Caleb Lynch, and I went to the bathroom, and then he had the towel to wash my hands with, so that's how that all started.
While fans worldwide were rejoicing, some members were skeptical of the new additions.
I was kind of skeptical at first, thinking we're a multi-platinum band, sold out at that 20,000 group, and we're just getting some new members, and they're going to think that they're all hot.
What happened with Hardcore Sauce in the early days is we started to build up synergy. That's what happens when you get really hardcore. With just the 3 of us, and then other people wanted to get involved to be a part of the synergy, hardcore. And it was a pretty smooth transition. I mean, we had so much going on for us that pretty much anybody could have gotten the band at that point, and we still would be hardcore.
Again in 1971, the band decided to add another new member, this time deciding upon young Ohio-born Simpleton Jarrod Crump.
So I passed the audition within the first hour. I walked in there, and I had just learned to play the guitar 2 months before that.
Some members, however, were not very pleased with Crump joining.
I quit. At that time, I quit.
Well, back in the day, I just kind of came in. He was like, this guy just learned guitar, and just because he can play 3 chords, he's in the band. That's what he said to me, and I was like, well, I mean, you're kind of a DB, so I don't even know why you're in the band.
But Crump was not without outside enemies. In his home state of Ohio, he was hated by the creator of the Howdy Doody Funtime Hour for stealing the primetime TV spot from Doody and winning the Oscar for Best Non-Acting Male Performance. In the mid-'80s, it soon became apparent that Señor alone could not handle all of the responsibilities as the band's primary percussionist.
I'm not really a drummer. I'm not really a guitarist. I don't really know anything about music other than I like it.
The band decided upon prevalent Japan-based drummer Cody Perez-Miyamoto, the nephew of Mario creator and longtime Hardcore Sauce fan Seijiro Miyamoto.
I got involved with Hardcore Sauce by my uncle in 1986, Seijiro Miyamoto. He was talking to me about the concept of his new Mario game, but also talked to me about the band formation of Hardcore Sauce and getting back together.
Cody Perez is a drummer.
And so the finalized lineup of Hardcore Sauce was set in stone, and the album sales were better than ever. But the band was not without any internal conflict.
But some of the guys, the egos get big. I mean, they're bound to get big. Cory Longlegs, man, that guy is so into it that sometimes he doesn't hear other band members' ideas, and then fights break out, and I have to break them up. I'm the manager, you know, it's part of my job, and I think we're gonna make it though. You know, once you get big, it's tough.
Niles quits a lot. He's a flake.
Niles is a crybaby.
When asked how many times they had left the band since joining,
In 15 years, I quit, give or take 3 times per year. It all depends on who was making me mad or not. Jarrod, he's an angry guy. I don't like him.
3.5 decades, that's about 35 years. I'd say easily 93 times.
I think every member of the band has had a conflict with another member of the band. We all hate each other a lot.
of course, all these breakup stories pale in comparison to what is now known as the Great Breakup of '64.
Yeah, the breakup in 1964, that we were so young then. You know, we were so young and anything could set people off. And Niles had a donut. He wasn't going to eat it.
Shouldn't have touched Reverend's donut. That was a holy donut.
Well, the situation was like this. They were on the tour bus, and there was a donut, and Niles set it down. Of course, it was his. And Señor just took a chomp out of it, and then he kind of bolted to the back. You know, Reverend turns around, and he immediately accuses me. You know, I'm just the simpleton. I'm sitting there nice and innocent, but he's just like, blah, 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 you know, as he always does. You can never understand him.
He didn't need it. You know, this is, you know, it's my band. I started it. I got everyone together, so I figured, hey, a donut. So I ate it.
And, you know, that was a really big deal, and I don't know why he hates me so much. I mean, I did one time accidentally stab him, but I mean, it's like, get over it, really.
So what is next for the almighty Hardcore Sauce? More multi-platinum album sales? More record-breaking tour dates? More band breakups? All of these questions will be answered now. Yes, yes, and definitely yes.